WBLN. I'm Brandon Lubin.
And I'm Marco Solos, and welcome to this edition of WBLN for today, September the 27th, 2017.
So tickets for the kickoff dance are on sale in the bookstore, and they are $10, and they will benefit our student council. The dance is this Friday, so if you have any questions, please contact Mr. Jordan, M.A. Jordan, or better known to us as Major Dan, at belenjesuit.org.
Anyone interested in the summer of 2018 overseas summer program trip, Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji should attend an informational meeting on Wednesday, September 27th at 7 p.m. in the Koskiwela Dining Hall. For additional information, please contact Mr. Cleveland at ccleveland@belenjesuit.org or contact 786-621-4056. Trip details can be found at www.eftours.com/1969965Y.
Major damage and destruction in Puerto Rico following Hurricane Maria. Stopping along the road from the Rio Grande to Fajardo, you can see the damage left by the storm. This is a stretch of many all that took a hard hit from Maria. There's other damage to a gas station, power poles, and lines. At residential Luis Llorens Torres, the island's largest public housing project, there's major flooding. The governor of Puerto Rico confirms at least 10 people dead. Much of the U.S. territory remains without power and without clean money for the Hurricane Maria effort relief. You can help the relief efforts for Puerto Rico by donating at belenjesuit.org/Hurricane Maria.
It's extremely important that us as a community come together to donate what we can for Hurricane Maria. This could unfold to become one of the worst hurricane disasters in modern history, maybe relatable only to Katrina due to the little amount of funding. So we need to really do what we can and help out those in our sister school in San Ignacio.
In local news, special election was held to fill a Florida State Senate seat. Unofficial results show Annette Toledo beating State Rep. Jose Felix Pepe Diaz in an election to fill the Miami area seat that was left vacant when Republican Frank Artiles resigned after using the N-word in front of two black colleagues. The 50-year-old businesswoman has run for Congress twice now and was a Democrat Charlie Crist's running mate in the 2014 governor race, which was run out by Republican incumbent Rick Scott.
A dangerous game of chicken, as two nuclear-armed leaders threaten to destroy the other. The war between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is beginning to shake even the most steady of nerves. In recent days, Trump has rolled out a new nickname for North Korean leader, Rocket Man. Kang Myung-do was a member of the elite in North Korea and worries Mr. Trump crossed the line by getting personal with Kim Jong-un, sparking the first ever direct response from the North Korean leader, pledging Trump would pay dearly for threatening his country. Kim Jong-un is a godlike figure, says Kang, and if the godlike figure says such things to the U.S., it is not just going to stay as words, it needs to be put into action. That's what makes the situation so serious. After a Trump tweet over the weekend, the North says it interprets as a U.S. declaration of war, for Mr. Ri Yong-ho said Monday North Korea is now within its rights to shoot down U.S. bombers even if they aren't in their airspace. Just Saturday, U.S. B-1B bombers flew further north of the DMZ Saturday than any other time this century. A show of force that sparked a propaganda video on a North Korean website with crude edits to show the U.S. bombers being shot down. The video claimed to be posted by an officer of the KPA, the North Korean military. Some defectors have joined forces to show Mr. Trump they support his hardline stance on North Korea. At a recent protest, they pledged to join a war of liberation to eliminate Kim Jong-un. Their hatred for the leader of their home country is hard to miss. The vast majority in the region, if not the world, wants peace, security, de-escalation before words spill over into something else.
Once you provoke, if you de-escalate, you're worried about losing face. And so, the United States is backing itself into a corner here. The North Koreans can stay in that corner. I mean, they've lived in that corner for 70 years.
So for now, the insults are flying. The threats are fresh as the world awaits for either Trump or King to blink.
Hey guys, here's your scoop for today. The Carnegie Experience will take place November 8th and 9th. Applications are available through the campus ministry office, and they must be submitted by October 18th. Now, here's Marcelo Hernandez with this week's Showbiz Spotlight.
Jennifer Lopez is coming through for Puerto Rico. Sunday in New York, J-Lo said she plans to donate $1 million from her Las Vegas concerts to the island's hurricane relief efforts. J-Lo calls herself a proud Puerto Rican. She was born in New York to Puerto Rican parents.
What's wrong with being confident?
Demi Lovato is working to help children in war-torn regions. This weekend, the singer was named a Global Citizen Ambassador. to champion the mental health of young people scarred by violence in places like Iraq, where fighting has displaced more than 3 million people. Lovato, who shared her own struggles with mental health and other issues, will help fund an arts-related program through Save the Children.
Everybody wants to be a part of it.
Tom Hanks is looking to Sweden. He and his wife, Rita Wilson, will produce, and Hanks will star in, a remake of the Swedish film called Uwe, about an elderly grump convinced he has nothing to look forward to in life. The source material is solid. The original was nominated for 2 Oscars this year, and the novel on which it is based on the New York Times bestseller list for 77 straight weeks.
Thank you, Marcelo. Now stay tuned for weather and sports after these messages.
Good morning, Belen, and happy Wednesday. Today we're looking at some thunderstorms in the Keys and some scattered thunderstorms in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Now let's take a look at the weather today. Today we're looking at a high of 90 degrees and a low of 76 degrees with scattered thunderstorms and winds from the north and northeast at 8 miles per hour. And now for your extended forecast. On Tuesday, we're going to be looking at the highs in 92 degrees, lows in 77 degrees. Wednesday, we're looking at high in 92 degrees and the low of 77 degrees. And Thursday, a high of 90 degrees and a low of 77 degrees. That's all for your weather today. Now let's go to sports with Raleigh.
In a 0 decision to Terra, one of Dade County's top programs. Jacob Woods led all Belen bowlers with a high game of 177 and a 3-match series of 478. This past weekend, we saw the protests around the NFL as responses to President Trump's comments last Friday night. President Trump had caused an uproar in the football world when he made comments about players kneeling during the anthem, saying those who did kneel should be kicked off the field or fired. Across the league, players, coaches, and owners made it clear that they would not stand for the president's comments, with responses of linking arms, kneeling, and in the case of couple teams, not taking the field at all during the anthem. With this came backlash from fans, with some even booing their own team as they kneeled during the pledge. Many NFL players took to Twitter to express their opinions, like Dolphins' own Julius Thomas, who claims that he won't stand for the president trying to intimidate people and wants to use his position to empower those who seek equality. As of this week, all teams have had some form of protest, and it should be expected to continue in the weeks that come as the controversy builds. On a lighter note, ex-Miami Heat star Dwayne Wade has found a new home, and no, it's not Miami. That's right, he has been announced to sign with the Cavaliers on a 1-year, $2.3 million contract, and the Cleveland Cavaliers will sign him today. He will now join LeBron James for a second time in his career. The Cavs did beat out the Thunder, Spurs, and Heat to acquire Wade, and he will now play 15th and most likely one of his final seasons in Cleveland. Finally, in baseball, the Marlins lost to the Rockies last night by a score of 6-0. The Fish could never really get anything rolling against the Rockies, and they capitalized, putting the Marlins record at 74-83. They'll try to win again today at 3:10 p.m. when they play the Rockies for the final time. Now that's all for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Rowley. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for the latest news and pictures. I'm Brandon Lubian.
And I'm Marcos Alonso. Thank you for watching, and stay golden, Wolverines.